Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Pokemon Sleep primary account. So I am going to have the second to last session here in this video, and we're also going to talk about the Sleep Exchange. I've started getting a lot of questions now that we are at the end of this weekend event. What should you do with your excess mains? How long does the event exchange last? And all that stuff. Yeah, I forgot to turn off my device in time here, so this was just straight up 12 hours. It is going to be nice though for my Sylveon. I am trying to get my Sylveon to 2,000 hours ASAP. We can bring out the Sylveon actually in the widget already. And we can find it here. 20 in inventory is not a whole lot. It's already at 1,000 hours. So if we do bring up the expansion just very briefly, I'm just super curious to check this for myself. Wait, there we go, Sylveon. And it's been evolved once, and it's got roughly 1,000 hours on it. Yeah, 26, not bad. Overall, I would like more inventory. I find that the Sylveon is sneaky snacking more often than would be good. So yeah, very strange graph. I was also trying to force slumbering now that we are at the second to last session here. Lapis Lakeside for this weekend event. There is a possibility that I find this weekend here by sheer dumb luck, and if I'm not mistaken, I'm right at the limit where it can also potentially show up 3-star. So we just have to see what happens here. So Top Belly Eevee, that is pretty cool. I'm still on the hunt for a long-term evolution to add to my team. I'm considering reinvesting my Glaceon, and I'm also interested in a Vaporeon. Just haven't found a good contestant yet, so if there are no other Pokemon here that are interesting, I'll likely go for the Eevee. Hey, Quaxwell. That's pretty nice. We also got a Squirtle. 2 water types is good for the mains. Hey, we have a Gardevoir. I haven't seen mini Gardevoir before. This is just straight up a 1-star. I've barely been to Lapis Lakeside, despite the fact that I have a 60% area bonus here. I've almost not been to Lapis, and one of the reasons why this area bonus is so high is simply because I've been using the ZZZ ticket trick way before they had this automated transfer of the area bonus. We're already at max at a given area. Yo, that is awesome looking. Quavel with the 3-star. That's a ridiculous amount of dream shards. Look at this, 20,000 in total. It's a max rank, so that 8,002. Wow. Almost regret not putting on a luck incense today. The 3-star. Man, tomorrow's sleep is gonna be ridiculous. I'm already at 2.5, almost close to 3 mil at Lapis Lakeside. And with a 1.5 multiplier, that puts me at like 450,000. So that's going to be pretty cool. 2 new sleep styles. Can't complain about that. And overall, I would say I'm more interested in the Eevee than anything else here. If somehow the Stufful is hungry, I will feed it, because the Beware that I found yesterday is so cracked broken that I need any candy I can get my hands on. And I actually can't invest until there's a candy boost event happening, or feature during an event, because I want to get that Beware as fast as possible to level 60. Just zoom it. Yeah, got a hungry Squirtle. Not quite what I'm looking for, but I am gonna feed it a Poke Biscuit just because Squirtle is a really strong Pokemon, and I don't mind some extra candy, even if it does cost me a biscuit to do it. Okay, so I can either go for Stufful or Eevee, I'm thinking. Oh, actually, not bad. This Eevee is already worked on, which means I also get the Stufful. Hypothetically, I could also be going for that Slowpoke, but overall, I think I'm more desperate for the Stufful candy than the Slowpoke candy, although they're pretty even, I'm gonna be honest with you. So we got an Eevee, we got a Squirtle, And I was gonna claim this Stufful. We'll see if it crits here. If not, I'm gonna exchange 150 points for a biscuit. That's perfectly fine. Can't be lucky every time. This weekend's been plenty luck enough, almost to the point where I'm a little bit concerned. I probably spent my luck for a while with the Suicune and then the Beware. The Beware is actually more crazy than the Suicune I found, and the Suicune was pretty strong. So if you guys didn't watch that video yesterday and the video the day before on the primary account, highly recommend it. I was just so excited. And those videos are more interesting to watch live because I go like, whoa. Because this game actually has real rarity, which is rare for a game these days. Alright, what is the better candy? I think for sure it has to be... Now, Gardevoir is an S tier Pokemon, almost a double S tier. I'm almost considering to like put that in stone because Gardevoir is just that far ahead of everything else. But in terms of candy, I don't see people really needing that candy as much as other things. I think for the most part, my list here is going to be more interested in Stufful candy than Gardevoir candy. Now, correct me in the comments if you're wrong. Oh, that was a funny Freudian slip. Correct me in the comments if you think that I'm wrong, and we can talk about it. But overall, I do think that Stufful candy is going to be nice. Decent chunk of mains. I don't mind that. And overall, that was a solid chunk of Dream Shards. Look at this. Ridiculous. 30,000. And we're on Sunday. Monday tomorrow. Hopefully not going to be a whole bunch of gold pin. Anytime I cross 300 mil, it's just straight up grass and I don't like it. So, okay. We got a Squirtle. We should put up the Blastoise in the widget just so that we have it ripe and ready for whatever we're looking at here. So, Squirtle. I do have an AAB Blastoise, which is here in the widget. Oh, come on. There we go. AAB. Decent ingredient list. I don't mind it. ABA is probably the best overall, but I don't mind. It's pretty solid. And my sub skills on the Blastoise is like beyond me, so. Okay. Yo, triple milk. That's amazing. Especially with my Blastoise soon getting to unlock a cap potentially. Like, I don't know. I'm getting way ahead of myself. There's no way I'm going to reinvest my Blastoise anyhow. Skill level up M, helping speed S, inventory helping speed M. Yeah, overall, it's not a bad Squirtle. I will star it, and I'll just hold it in case trading ever becomes a thing. In which case, I do think this would be a really strong Squirtle for someone just starting out. Okay, not too much more to talk about this Squirtle. Overall, when you have the mono ingredient lists, you kind of want at least one or two skills that go alongside it. In this case, I would have liked to see at least one like ingredient finder. So it's not like astounding or pristine or anything, but triple milk, not bad. Okay, Eevee. I am kind of looking for another Glaceon, but kind of not because I have a Flareon. So to an extent, what I would like to see is a Vaporeon contestant, and Vaporeon would stack well with Suicune. If so, now I have a strong Suicune, so even more of a chance to really get a lot of usage out of the Vaporeon. I don't care about the ingredient list, but this would be preferable. The reason is, as a skill specialist, you do not want to clog up your inventory with this stuff right here. This is the lowest volume of the level 30 drop. And Cacao is also the lowest drop of the level 60. Now, I saw Quirky. If I remember correctly, that is a neutral nature, and that would be a little bit unfortunate because I have a ridiculously high bar now for Eevee, as you can see. I'm a friendship level 62. I've been hunting this a lot. So, let's just take a look at it. Dream Shard bonus, energy recovered bonus, the troll skills show up, they ruin everything. Inventory, ingredient finder. This is ridiculously bad. The only thing that's decent about this is the ingredient list. And I don't even care about the ingredient list, so I don't know what this one's up to. It ain't good. So that was a complete miss. Inventory L on its own could be useful. Skill trigger S obviously is one of those main skills. Now what am I saying? The sub skills that we're looking for in a skill specialist, but level 100, you might as well ignore it. In the rare cases, unless it like blocks something like a skill trigger M at level 100, and then you have skill trigger S at level 10, then you can sub skill C. That sucks. Gentle nature. I don't remember if this sucks or is awesome. I have a slight suspicion this is good for skill specialists. Okay. No way. How is this allowed? Back-to-back triple corn is just an insult. I've been looking for the triple corn Stufful forever. On the day that I have a spare premium biscuit, it's just like, here you go. An extra little AAA Stufful. Man, I do not remember Gentle. If it's main skill chance up, it's useless on a Stufful. Research EXP bonus, troll skill, don't care. Helping speed S, helping bonus speed. Yeah, it's main skill chance up. Yeah, basically one of the better natures for a Pokemon where you care about the skill. Beware is not one of those Pokemon. It's got a weak main skill, a ridiculously low skill rate, and it's way overtuned in its ingredient production, so it's very like singularly focused. 2 back-to-back triple corn Stufful. Overall, it's not like awful or anything. Let's say I had found this one yesterday, I might have called off the hunt, because that's a lot of speed. Like speed S, helping bonus on a triple ingredient Pokemon, it's pretty nice, but that makes me just all the more curious to go back and compare this Stufful that I just found with the one I found yesterday, which was just like one of the best Stufful I ever seen. And it's rare that I get to say that because I'm a part of like 5 Discords and I get my my reality check quite often with that, because there's always someone out there with a better Pokemon and you just have to cope. So okay, Sylveon is still on the team. Haven't really switched out a whole lot this week. Probably could have optimized things a little bit better. I just felt so salty Monday last week of having to spend 10 easy tickets to just get Salad, a 1 in 3, actually better than 1 in 3 roll. I don't know, man. The game was really out to get me, and yeah, it just soured the experience. I was just like, I don't want to optimize any more than yeah, is already prepared for in the Pokemon that I have in my collection. So yeah, Sylveon's been on the team, and that's just how it is. So many of my Pokemon are way energized, and yeah, the thing here with the Sylveon, as I mentioned earlier, it is getting close to 2,000 hours. It would be nice with some extra inventory. There's no inventory sub-skills. Not that I complain about these sub-skills, but you know, it's going to be 2 extra, and I suspect that there is some sort of upcoming ribbon. Like, this does not look complete to me. I think potentially we are looking at a 5,000 hour ribbon, and that could be pretty cool. Or maybe 3, 4, and 5, something like this. I don't know. We'll just have to see. Maybe this is all we get forever and ever. 2,000, that's it. I doubt that. It looks like there's space for some more stuff here. Like this hidden sub-skill down here. That's just perfectly empty. Anyway, I wanted to have a look at the Beware again, because what is the luck there? Back-to-back AAA Stufful. I gave the Stufful a nickname. I forgot. So I'm also gonna sort by fighting here just so that we get them next to one another. So this is the Stufful from today. This is probably gonna go in the bin after we talk about this. And Yeah, you can see triple corn, helping bonus, speed S, speed M, and neutral nature for the most part. Not bad. But then we have this. It's triple corn, helping bonus early. It's got inventory, ingredient finder M, and I can also subskill seed the helping speed there to make it helping speed M. With the speed up nature, it's just a lot of things going in my favor. Overall, it would be better, hypothetically speaking, with ingredient finding up nature and ingredient finding S here. But it's triple corn. So at some point you just have to like be happy with what you got. In my opinion, when you find triple ingredient Pokemon that are useful as mono ingredients, then two things like in your favor in addition to that list tends to be my bar. So ingredient finder M is huge. We went over the numbers yesterday. We won't do that again today. Helping bonus, ridiculous. Speed of help up nature, which then stacks nicely with that helping speed M as well. And they're all in the right like placement here in my opinion. And so this is some really good stuff. So thinking to just send this one to the professor. But to an extent, I kind of want to just hold on to it in case somehow trading is a thing, because I do have a lot of Stufful here to release. And maybe I did a speed version of this yesterday, but maybe we can just click through these and release them. But I also kind of just want to think twice about this. I don't need sausage 100%. And I don't think I need eggs. At least this one's ingredient finding down. That one's straight in the bin. Don't have to think twice about that one. The triple corn, I'll hold on to that for a while. Mixed set, not focused, not going to be particularly useful. And then, not that all mixed sets are bad, but if there are also not a whole lot of skills here helping it out, then yeah, this one too, not particularly strong. It's got one skill by level 50 that's kind of nice and decent nature, but yeah, it's not really cutting it. And one of the reasons why I have a very high bar for Beware is because Greengrass Corn is a very strong ingredient overall. It's in a lot of dishes and a lot of different dish types. And that makes Beware very versatile. Beware is also very singularly focused on that ingredient production, which I mentioned a little bit. So this one too, ingredient finding down, no. And also you do not want sausage at level 30 on the Beware unless somehow everything else is pristine and you have also corn at level 60 like this one. This ingredient list is not like destroyed necessarily, it's just not particularly optimal. But let's say I have helping bonus, ingredient finder M, ingredient finder S, the ingredient finding up nature, helping speed M, and bear finding or something stupid. Like sometimes you just need to make those compromises, but this ain't cutting it. Speed of help down, that's a big oof. Few exceptions where I will allow the speed of help down not to matter, and that's usually when there is a helping bonus hidden somewhere where the part of the nature that is boosting upwards is also aligned with whatever specialty the Pokemon is. So Gengar that I have is a modest Gengar. That is ingredients up, speed down. But like everything else is on point. Ingredient list is right. It's got helping bonus. It's got ingredient finder M. It's got berry finding. Just a lot of good stuff packed in there. So this one too, ingredient finding down. We're gonna let that one go. And then yeah, this one too, like as you can see, it's not like awful, but on average that sausage is gonna drain you. But the ingredient finding down nature, really bad. Then we have this Beware. Helping bonus, not bad, but then again, that speed of help down in the mixed set. Not into it. Stufful candy is nice. We have another Stufful here, and it's a double sausage set. I don't really have a strong sausage farmer, but I'm not really looking to waste my Stufful candy on sausage. I can find some other Charizard. Maybe we'll get another sausage farmer at some point in the future. I don't think that's unlikely. So yeah, this one is bad. The ingredient finding down nature here is really, really bad because, like briefly explained, the sub skills are additive factors of the base rate, while the nature is the final multiplier on everything. So this nature here affects the base rate. It affects negatively on the ingredient finder S. It affects negatively on the ingredient finding M. And it's just like a big clog. So if you have an ingredient specialist with ingredient finding down, you really need to know what you're doing for it to work out the way you want it to. Okay, another Stufful. Are you too surprised by how many ingredient finding down Pokemon I've found of Stufful? It's ridiculous. Yeah, this one too, it's not really got a lot going for it. Completely wrong ingredient list, not a whole lot of ingredient finding. So yeah. This one too, not bad. As you can see, I could have used this one short term. Capped it at level 50 once that ingredient finder S is unlocked. But in my opinion, level 50 is so close to level 60 that at this point in time, at this stage of the game, if there are Pokemon that you haven't already invested in, you might as well just keep going and looking for the right one. Because the difference in the average values after the second ingredient is unlocked compared to the third is huge. This is one of the things that I will highlight in videos coming up in the very near future, as I will showcase more and more of my website that I'm currently building. And one of the things that I find very useful, like I'm using my own website while building it because it's a good resource. I have tables for a lot of these values, the berry values, and then I have two different tables for the ingredient values. One is for the average drop at each stage, and another table just showcases the individual value of the individual drop. So, for example here, what is the value of the level 30 B slot here? So what exactly is the number of 6 sausages or 7 green grass corn or 9 eggs? And then just get those numbers in one table. And another table shows the average at level 1, or the average if you have AA of those two combined. And the average of, like, if you have a triple corn, like what does that look like compared to all the others? And we're gonna discover some new meta warping stuff with those tables, I'm pretty sure, because they are a part of the analysis that requires a lot of nuance and team composition and strategy to really discover. So essentially what I'm getting at here, despite the fact that this has the potential for ingredient finder M, speed M, ingredient S with double corn, this is not cutting it. And the reason is, once you unlock that 7 corn at level 60, the whole average production of the ingredient finding is so large that at this point in time, it is not worth it for me. Okay, so talked a lot about that whole concept. I hope that for some of you, that was useful. That's why I try to make these videos to begin with. I try to get better at the game myself, obviously, but also to share what I learn along the way and have interesting discussions and all that. So this Beware is not bad. As you can see, it's got green grass corn at level 60, so it's the ABA pattern. I just don't like the combo of sausage and corn. It's a little bit corny. And yeah, so ingredient finding M, speed M, and speed S inventory is not a bad combo. Like if you just look at this here, you block out the sausage, like, yeah, that could be pretty good. Had this been triple corn or something. Yeah, this one is going in the bin as well, and we're approaching 800 candies. That's pretty good. Now let's have a look at this one. Helping bonus, ingredient finder S, helping speed S, berry finding. So in the case that I would ever need another beans sausage farmer, this could potentially be it. So this one I'm actually going to hold on to just because in general, the ingredient lists if you plan on stretching a Pokemon to level 60, and for the majority of your important ingredient specialists, that should ultimately be the goal. Certain Pokemon like Toxicroak and other short-term Pokemon, you can just cap them at level 30, be super happy. You can get short-term better sub-skills by not caring about what happens later, you know? But on that token, it's going to require a lot of effort to bring this up to level 60, so in all likelihood, I'll never invest in this one. Maybe I'll trade for it in the future if that somehow is a feature. It's not bad, but I kind of want Beware to do Corn. So this one is just gonna forever sit in my bag, I think. And then I have Silver Queen. You search that and add Corn at the end, and that's a species of Corn. And what's funny here is Shiny Beware, Shiny Beware and Stufful have a golden color. So this is not a shiny, and I figured it's funny to call it silver. And it's a queen, it's a female. It's got triple corn, so Silver Queen Corn. I was also really wanting to call my eventual Beware King Corn because of the documentary. This is a female, and Queen Corn it does not really sound right. You almost border on like a corn star and stuff like that, and I don't want that kind of stuff in this game, you know? So Silver Queen it is. Helping bonus inventory, ingredient finder M. I mentioned that I wanted to get this Stufful as fast as possible to level 60 because of that huge greengrass corn drop, and also the level 50 ingredient finder, and eventually also the level 75 helping speed M. And I think overall, out of the close to 850 Pokemon that I've befriended so far, this has got to be top 10. And at that point, I just need to recognize that, take a step back, and look at the candies here, because if we just hold the plus 10 now, I'm glad they added that feature. We can see like kind of where we're at. You can always use the RaenonX calculator. I think I have their website. Yeah, their website should be linked in all of my video description. It's a great resource, and they do have a candy calculator. But for the most part, I like to just like get an idea here where I'm at. Obviously, to evolve, I need 80 candies, I'm pretty sure. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, no, it's 40. Wow, that's ridiculous for a strong Pokemon like Beware. So 40 candies, and it pushes us roughly to level 40. And so, yeah, 38. With 1 or 2 candy boost events, then this is definitely just gonna zoom to level 60. So not in one go, but it's gonna get very close to 50, if not at 50, and then I'm just gonna do it overnight because this one's gonna have a couple seeds eventually. Like, this is one of those Pokemon. 4 seeds here, just makes sense. And I'm also trying to work a lot on Lapis Lakeside in general. It would be kind of cool to look for Ralts. It would be nice with Dragonite, but it's more of a long-term kind of thing. So for the most part, I'll just be hanging out at Lapis Lakeside to get some candies and just consider some of the Pokemon around here. Chikorita is also one of my top tier just targets these days, and so yeah, I actually have to make a video this week or next weekend probably. Yeah, probably next weekend, where I go over my Pokemon organizer and list out that tool that I made for prioritizing where to go based on what kind of Pokemon you want to find and all that stuff. So stay tuned for that. Last Stufful here. This was a Stufful deep dive. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's not bad, but it's not ridiculous either. But I'm sure a lot of you guys would drool over this one because, yeah, I was in that spot 2 days ago. So I'm just going to hold on to this as well, give it a star. And Silver Queen is the winner. And I'm not going to hunt any more Stufful, I think, unless like Beware shows up hungry again, or I just have to spend the premium biscuit somewhere. Stufful is a good placement. So with that said, I want to have a look at the main exchange as well. a lot of you guys had questions about this, and I wanted to just clarify a couple things. So if we pop into the news here, just so you can find this in the future too, we have the Suicune Research event, and it says right here that the event exchange period is from Monday, September 2nd at 4 a.m. to Thursday, September 19th at 4 a.m. That means Wednesday evening, practically speaking, will be the last day. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you're in the clear, but come Thursday, there's no more main exchange. Any mains that you haven't exchanged will just go to waste, and that would not be good. So I am thinking personally that I'm just gonna put on a Suicune incense, which I haven't bought, but I'm going to. So here we go. There was a Suicune incense, and for me personally, I'm not really looking to catch another Suicune. You can watch the video I put out 2 days ago to find out why. But yeah, we have looked at a lot of Stufful today, so I'm not gonna prolong this unnecessarily. So Suicune and Friend Incense was not what I wanted to do. I want the Luck Incense because hopefully I can get this 3-star sleep style. I'm at Master 14, 2.8 million. And then we have that 1.5x multiplier, which is going to be super nice. Basically pushing me way north of 400 mil if I get 100 sleep score, which I do plan for. And yeah, let's poke back into the exchange here. So I'm not going to get any more Suicune biscuits no matter what. If the Suicune is hungry tomorrow, I'll give it an Ultra Biscuit, and that's that. So that's my plan, and I'm going to stick to it. I think I have a Water Stone already. I do not foresee any need for a Water Stone. If I'm desperate, I'll get it from the point exchange. So, in rank order, the best resources here is going to be the Suicune candy here. So, it's the first thing I'm going to buy. Second thing here are these water type candies. Just the second thing here. The third thing will be the handy candy. So I'm just going to clear this one out too. And we're left with 40 mains. One thing that I can consider into tomorrow, and this is something that you can think about too, is whether or not you want to pack that extra Suicune incense for the long term. Like, you can always have one of these legendary incenses and yeah, 160 mains, but I don't know, maybe I just overspent on the mains. That's kind of nice to have on video so that you guys can reconsider. Let's see, so these are limited 1 day left, so probably should consider this. If there's anything here you want, then maybe you go buy and claim some of them. I'm not mistaken, the last chance bundles are the better values. So it's not impossible that I'll claim some of these. I'll just have to think a little bit about it. So yeah, at that point in time, I think I'll be probably getting around 100 mains into tomorrow. So I'm just short of that second instance now that I think about it. And so it's not impossible that I get just one of those smaller bundles now that I overspent to make sure that I can, yeah, let's just do that. There we go. Got some great biscuits for the eventual continue hunt on Delibird. And yeah, 165, have enough for tomorrow. And remaining incense, or main rather, will be spent on the 999 Suicune candy. So, hope you enjoyed this episode. Leave a like if you did, and I'll talk to you again in another video here on the channel. And also, if you haven't subscribed already and you've made it this far, that's a good reason to.